All right. Let me get this out the way. I got this random rant here because these motherfuckers, they seem all the same. I'm just going to tell y'all. I see these fools, particularly on, Twitch or sometimes, the YouTube streams. And it's usually these bread tube type dudes like the surfs. And I go on there and I say, some shit like, John Lewis was involved in the assassination of MLK. And these motherfuckers like, evidence, source. These are literally the facts and logic type dudes that they claim to hate. And it's like, then when I keep just saying something else, they're like, oh, well, you need facts and evidence, honey. And then they're like, oh, mods, can you please ban them? Can you please ban? They're the same type. I'm sorry. They're the same type of bootlickers that they claim to hate. They're the same type of motherfuckers that claim to hate bootlickers, and yet they're the first ones to be like, mods, can you please ban that person? Hey, can you they're literally I can't even use the words that have been so overused. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to say you motherfuckers are full of shit. It's the same thing when I see all this outpouring of support for this Navy veteran. I guess he was an officer too, because it looked like he went to the U.S. Naval Academy, I guess, on his Twitter profile. But it's like, you're supposed to be against the military, which includes the veterans. You're supposed to be against that shit. I remember talking with people. It's like, I remember online seeing these type of motherfuckers who are like, yeah, fuck the military. That includes the veterans, idiot. I remember you were supposed to be against that shit. You're supposed to be against the military. And it's like, oh, well, because this idiot decided to go out in the fucking street. This is some typical white dude shit, too. This is some typical white people shit. Even I, as a cracker that I am, I will say that's some typical white folk shit. Oh, what's going on out here? I was going to try to, he's trying to have a conversation with him. And apparently he hurt his wrist. And he's going to have some, plate. Well, not a plate. I was going to say some stitches and some, what is it? Anyway, you know what? I don't give a fuck. The thing is that everyone's like, oh, he was such a brave man. Oh, he's flipping them off and everything. Fuck that. And this dude once again, this is the typical boomer type shit where this motherfucker comes out with the Navy, sweatshirt on, the Navy hat. This bitch ass nigga think he's going to get some respect because of that. What the fuck? It's like, that's the typical boomer type attitude. And it's like, once again, boomer, they don't give a fuck about you. They're using you. All these leftist type niggas who try to, once again, I can see through the bullshit. You don't give a fuck about him. Just be honest. And it's like, once again, I know I'm kind of going schizophrenic here. I get that. I do have enough sensibility to find that out, but it's like, I realize that, but it's like, you motherfuckers do not give a fuck about him. You want him to fit your narrative. This idea that, oh, well, fascism is coming to the United States. Oh, hold on. It's like, for the U.S., it's like, I thought the U.S. was always a fascist state. I thought the United States was always a fascist country. So what the hell are you talking about? That, oh, fascism is coming to the United States. Oh, that's just fear-mongering bullshit. I'm just going to say, once again, I'm sorry, this is just going to go off. But it's like, I can't stand you niggas. I really can't. I really can't stand you goofy-ass, paranoid-ass niggas. You the same type of niggas who would be trying to... these are the same type of niggas who would be like, oh, we're going to fight fascism, this and that, and the same type of dudes who were, shitting all over Alex Jones and all this other stuff. Oh, Alex Jones is ridiculous because we have evidence and this and that. Oh, science. But then the minute that a few motherfucking feds come out because they want to protect their buildings and they've been, in unmarked cars and shit, and they come out and snatching people up. Suddenly now you turn into the conspiracy theorists that you claim to hate. And I would say, fuck your hypocrisy. A few people get snatched up on the street. And as has been said, even by people like Bo the Fifth Column, they've been released. And I know people are going to say, oh, you're bootlicking. Fine. I'll just say, yeah, whatever. But I don't get you dumbass niggas. You know, the thing is, I cannot wait. At this point, you know what? I'm just going to go mask off and just say, go ahead and vote for Biden. That's probably what I'll do. I'm just going to say it. And you can say cringe. But honestly, I'm so sick of you motherfuckers talking about Trump. I'm so sick of it. I'm tired of Trump. I'm just tired of talking about him. I'm tired of every single video and all the grr out there. I cannot wait until Joe Biden gets in there and does the same motherfucking shit as Trump. And he will. I guarantee you. He's going to do the same type of shit. He will continue to arm Ukraine, a failed country that is nothing more than a puppet of the United States and Israel. I'm just going to tell you right now, Ukraine is a failed state. It is nothing but a puppet. That's all it is. It's simply a playground for feds and for Zionists. That's all the fuck it is. You know, Venezuela, you think that Joe Biden is definitely going to have people on the team saying, yeah, we need to take down Venezuela. So guess what? He's going to end up going there. And he's going to be talking, the thing is that it's not even going to be him. It's going to be the motherfuckers around him that's going to be doing everything. You know, he's got all these CNN type fools who, all these commentators are the ones that are running his campaign. So, man, I don't even know what to say anymore. But it's just, I can't, this is why I don't give a fuck about political parties or these dumbass niggas out here. It's like, I cannot wait when things start to fall apart. And I'm going to watch all these LARPing ass niggas, whether they be Wignat, whether they be left wing, whether they be whatever, and none of them are going to be successful. Not one of them. And they're all going to be LARPing and talking shit. And they're going to end up as some bureaucrat somewhere. Because that's how you niggas are. And that's probably going to include me too. But I know I'm already low key anyway. I know what the fuck's probably going to happen to me. I'll tell you right now. As much as I LARP about being, some gun runner or something like that, the reality for me probably will be I'll probably be an insurance agent. And then I'll end up in some ministry or whatever the fuck it is in whatever region, what used to be the United States. And I'll probably live my life that way, being a coward. All right, I know what the fuck I am. No one has to lie to me. But it's like, these LARPing ass niggas, I can't stand you. I know I'm saying the N-word a lot, but it's like, come on, man. What are y'all motherfuckers doing? Hypocritical ass motherfuckers, man. I can't stand y'all. I get so tired of you motherfuckers. Saying you're against the system and then you say, oh, well, R.I.P. John Lewis. Get the fuck out of here with that nonsense. That fool's been in Congress how fucking long and you gonna just slob in his knob? Get the fuck out of here. That's why I can't stand you motherfuckers. I'll be honest with you. That's why I can't stand you motherfuckers. I really can't. Type of motherfuckers that you are. Who I can't stand y'all motherfuckers. I really can't. I'm just going to repeat myself again and again and again. I'm sorry, but it's like, I can't stand you fools, man. I can't stand you motherfuckers and, whatever bullshit you try to pull on folks, man. That's the whole thing. You don't know how to play these. I'm just. I'll try to end it pretty soon, but god damn. This is why I just try to tell y'all, don't join any fucking political party. Maybe do it later on when things are established and, their reign is more, properly defined, and the way they want to run things is more properly defined. But don't listen to these motherfuckers right now. They're feeding you bullshit. They're feeding you bullshit. I'm just going to tell you right now, they're feeding you bullshit. I'm not going to listen to PSL, who I guess used to be a Trotskyist group, but is now more of a Marxist-Leninist group. When they talk about the fucking cops and say, oh, well, we need to defund the cops. That's bullshit. You motherfuckers are still going to have cops. You just want your brand of cops. You know what I'm saying? Don't front on me. Don't try to lie to me and say, oh, well, we want to defund the cops and everything else like that. Oh, we're going to have, our own security forces, this and that. Yeah. We saw what happened in CHOP, allegedly helping all these different folks, and it was a fucking mess. You don't see, I haven't seen too much yet about more in-depth reporting on CHOP or Chaz. I cannot wait for the books to come out, though. I cannot wait for more blogs to come out about the apologia, like I say, about CHOP or Chaz, and say, oh, well, I can't, it just didn't go far enough. Oh, this and that. And everyone's going to remain anonymous, of course, but it's like, God damn. I know this is schizophrenic as fuck. I know it is. And I lost the plot a long time ago. I don't give a fuck at this point. It just gets me so upset when I see these brain dead motherfuckers who will be like, oh, well, actually, corporations are good. Aren't we supposed to be against capitalism? Aren't leftists supposed to be against capitalism? We're supposed to be against that. And then it's like, oh, well, actually, we need to support these worker protections against trans people. Why don't you try helping everybody first instead of worrying about some fucking minority acting like people are going to chase down trans folks? What's going on, Union Army Ball? I'm just ranting, basically. It makes me mad that a lot of these folks will claim to be against the state or claim to be against fascism, and then when this one Navy veteran comes out, boomer as hell, like I say, with the sweatshirt and the Navy hat, and this motherfucker comes out there and it's like, oh, I'm trying to have a dialogue with them. You think they want to talk? The fuck world? What world you live in, man? And it's just like, I almost want a Fed post, but I'm not going to. But it's like, when I hear these types of folks, yeah, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. Exactly. It's like these Portland protests have been going on for a solid fucking month, but everyone was so busy talking about CHOP and Chaz up north in Seattle that nobody talked about what was going on in Portland. And now suddenly, because, oh my gosh, the DHS has people that were sent out and they're arresting people and most of them being released. Once again, I know, bootlicker, oh, that's fine. Go ahead and keep saying it. I don't care. But the thing is that how the fuck would you motherfuckers act? The thing is that this is what breeds hypocrisy. Because these same people, the loudest motherfuckers who are talking shit and saying, well, fascism has arrived to America. They're putting people in unlocked vans and some of them are going to disappear. All this fear-mongering type shit. These are the same motherfuckers that if they were in politics would be like, yeah, arrest them. We don't need any, we don't need habeas corpus. We don't need the amendments to the Constitution. We don't need that. Arrest those motherfuckers. They will be the first ones because they're hypocrites. Every last one are hypocrites. And just maddens me all to hell. I know I'm getting extra loud today, but I feel this is just therapy, and I can listen to this and be like, God damn, that was cringe. But that's all right. That's all right. I can't stand this type of shit. When your protest against unjust killing starts killing people, you have got a problem. Exactly. Once again, and then, once again, I need to let me state this for the record. Yeah. How do we get rid of ANCAPs? Well, offer them, you could offer them some free land and then just, ignore the fact that they're gangs and then go from there. Yeah. Are the worst side of the political compass. Yeah. ANCAPs are pretty bad. ANCAPs are pretty bad. Especially when they get into the NAP, this and that. And of course, the whole, the whole MAP type of thing, I'm just going to say MAP and we're going to, just for my own sake. But yeah, exactly. I was going to talk about, but yeah, that person that was killed, the 2 kids that were killed in CHOP that were in a Jeep Cherokee and they went up to the gate or whatever. They're like, stop, stop, stop. And what'd they do? They pulled out their guns and shot them. They shot them both. I think they were like 14 and 17. 17-year-old was driving. And they were like, yeah, they got those fascists. They were fascists that were doing that. Yeah. They weren't fascists. They were 2 black kids. One was killed. And of course, no one talks about that. And it's just basically, well, I didn't know what was going on, this and that type of thing. But they don't say anything like that. So they're no better, their so-called solution for getting rid of the cops is no better than what's happening right now. It's worse. Yeah, including Pinochet and Thatcher. Yep. Neoliberalism is just ANCAP light. Yeah, conditions we are in is already ANCAP. Yeah, I can agree with that. The thing is that just maddening to me. When, you have these leftists who are like, well, it's actually good that we support these projections. And I'm going back to where I was. I know I'm kind of repeating myself, but it's like, actually, it's okay that we talk about these things. It's actually okay. And it's like, the fuck you talking about? You're supposed to be against capitalism, and then it's like, well, these protections are actually okay. And, use whatever advantage we have. Oh, it's like, oh, Amazon gives money to BLM, but and of course they still got attacked and everything, of course, but it's like, it's just crazy to me, man. It's one of those things where it's like, you got to be careful who you fuck with in life. You got to be careful who you align yourself with. Yeah. I don't really support unorganized destruction. Yeah, me neither. I don't either. You got to be careful about it. Otherwise you're just going to look like a kid that's just spurging out and just wants to wreck stuff. Yeah. I'm just going to let y'all talk about that in the chat. I'm not going to say anything about it. I'm just going to continue on. I'm going to remain centrist on that. But I just think it's fucking ridiculous, man. I do. I think it's absolutely fucking ridiculous when you see these so-called leftist opportunists. And that's what they are. They're opportunists, really, who are like, well, it's okay that BLM is getting money from all these organizations. It's okay that they, are getting support from this and that. It's okay that they're doing that. No, it isn't. You should be against that. It's the same type of thing where it's like, oh, well, now we don't like no child. It ruins your image. Once again, it's just bullshit, It really is. It just goes to show that, once again, the game doesn't change. It's just the players. That's my view anyway. As much as people want to LARP that everything's going to change and, liberals get the bullet too and all this other shit, guess what? The shit's still going to happen. The shit is still going to happen. And I hate to say that, but it is. The shit is still going to happen. It's just not going to be the nice way that we think it is. Like I said, I think I've ranted and raved enough. Is there anything else y'all want me to talk about? I kind of overspent my, I just wanted to get it out there. But yeah, I think it's fucking ridiculous, man. It's all about the money and power and how you can advance your own agenda within practicality. That's true. Once again, I don't disagree with that. Yeah, it is about money and the power. Once again, people get so worried about a minority. It's like when they talk about Uyghurs, you don't care about the Uyghurs. You use it as a talking point to show that the fact that you're both collab with Ford and Banks. Yeah. I mean, that is true. That they worked with the Koch brothers' father. Yeah, that is true. But yeah, I guess I'll finish up with just the idea that, you know, you have to look at the idea. Yeah, I probably should do longer streams. I'll try to keep this kind of short. But what I was gonna say basically is that you see all these lefties and these other Muslim folks. I mean, it's like with the Muslims, with the Sunni Muslims in particular. At least they have more of a reason, because it's like, well, inshallah, they're part of the same religion. But the leftists who talk about Uyghur Muslims, they don't, I think, actually give a shit about these people. They don't give a fuck about them. Once again, it's just a fucking talking point. We're just like, oh, Uyghur Holocaust. And this is literally what, Vosh said. And it's like, it's literally a U.S. foreign policy talking point. This is something that, that I can't think of the names of the organizations offhand, but it's like, you literally are using them. And it's just like, I don't get it. You don't give a fuck about those people. You don't care. It's the same thing with Palestinians. You don't care about their actual struggle. You just say, free Palestine. You don't care. You don't actually care. It's just used as a talking point to own the fascists, own the Zionists, own the Nazis. We're going to dab on them. We're showing that we're true anti-Zionists. Have you ever been to Israel or been to Jordan? Well, then why are you even talking? I just want to show my solidarity. Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here with your nonsense. Why don't you worry about the own country that you're in? Hakeem is a Sunni Muslim from Iraq. Yeah. I mean, I've seen Comrade Hakeem, and I can believe some of this stuff. I think, yeah. Uyghurs do have terrorist elements. Yeah, that's true, though. That is absolutely true. Once again, you can do your research, but yeah, you will find that, there are, like Tajikistan and all that. They got their own flag. And yeah, they have been to, you will see signs. Okay, sorry. There we go. Okay. But yeah, there are folks currently that are Uyghurs that are in Idlib province, in Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, I imagine. And I've seen some lecturers try to own China by dunking on the Uyghurs' treatment. Yeah. A few more liberal socialists on YouTube. But yeah, I mean, it's just ridiculous when you see these types of folks. It really is. It's ridiculous when you see all that, and ignore the fact that, yeah, there is a genuine concern. But of course, that's the whole thing. I mean, you'll get these folks, of course, like the gray zone, everything else, who will give their support to China. I mean, I'm mixed on China, to be honest with you. It's like I can say that, China has some messed up things going on, but I'm not going to completely align myself with those types of folks. So, I don't know. It's just crazy, man. It really is. It's wild when you see these types of fools, man. But yeah. Yeah, it's just crazy, isn't it? It's wild when you see this type of stuff, man. It's just like, that's why I would just tell y'all, just think, just kind of stay to your own, man, in terms of your own neighborhood, this and that. Yeah. Let's side with USA and crush China. Invade China. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's how some of these folks are. That's how hypocritical they are. It's like, once again, this is like left anti-communism. I think that comes from Michael Parenti. But it's like, the fuck y'all fools doing, man? The hell y'all doing? Why is the state now crushing my movement now? No, exactly. That's why I don't, yeah. My movement to Reno, no, they're crushing my movement to Reno's, yeah. I know that's kind of an old meme. That's kind of moved on. We passed that meme, but it's like, I don't really get it, man. I mean, it's just hypocritical folks, but maybe more to the point, they're not even just hypocritical. They know what the fuck they're doing. I'll give them that. It's one thing to just be hypocritical and think that they're dumb, but I don't think they're dumb. I think they're doing it for money. They're also doing it for opportunism. They don't actually give a shit about these issues. But honestly, like I said before, China is anti-humanist. Exactly. I mean, that's the. I can't stand humanism. After after being online for too long, I just say fuck humanism. Just fuck humanism. I think it's cringe. But yeah, what should I finish with here? I think I'll finish with just what I always try to say is just watch out. Stay to your neighborhood. Just find out what's going on there. I would just say worry about within your radio, within a 25-mile radius. Worry about that. Keep track of what goes on in the rest of the world, but always be aware of what goes on in your own neighborhood. Secular humanism is worse than Catholic humanism. Yeah, exactly. I'm not a utopian. Yeah, exactly. So it's just, I mean, that's how I feel. It's just like, worry about your own neighborhood. Worry about what's going on with your neighbors, even though I don't necessarily do that. Do as I say, not as I do, basically. But yeah, based localism. Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel. It's like, stay within your neighborhood and worry about those types of issues. It's like, in terms of local issues, I'm not going to dox myself too much, but think about like, the city that I used to work for. I used to work for the city for a brief time. Not that long, basically. It was just temp shit. But it's like, I'd say 3/4 of the folks that were working in the street department were all temp employees. They were all temp workers. And they were all with express employment. So really, they don't have to pay benefits. They don't have to do any of that shit. And they can kick you to the curb any day of the week. And they can just say, oh, you're done. We don't want you anymore. And that's all they have to do. Or they'll try to keep somebody on as temp, as permanent. Some of the good ones, the bootlickers. But the rest, they'll kick to the curb. Think about that. And that's one of the things that goes on with temp workers and everything else. You don't hear that type of shit too much from leftists. I don't hear that shit too much. I would love to see some more information about that, about how, companies like Express Employment work and, other ones, and just how bullshit it really is, Because I heard from other folks, it's like, okay, you may get paid $8 an hour, but then they have to pay the company $8. I would love to see some research about that. I would love to see how these companies work and just how bullshit it is, It's like really digging deep. The thing is that so much with leftists, they worry about what's going on in the rest of the fucking world. But it's like, if they make it more localized, then, then that would be, you would actually have more, more solidarity if you talk about local issues. And it's like, other than the occasional, right, or the occasional, riot, or not riot, I should say, I can't even think of it. A strike. Sorry, a strike from a union or something like that. It's like, other than talking about that, why don't you talk about other things on the ground? I don't hear much of that. And like I say, I mean, that's more of an internet thing. That's probably my fault. I'm sure it's probably out there, and I'm too ignorant, and I'm too stuck in my own little world. It's like, I get that. I do. And so that's probably part of my problem. But I'm just saying, man, it's so ridiculous when you see these types of folks. It makes it hard to do local politics. Yeah, it does. It does, because these local, because once again, I've seen these videos from Unicorn Riot, a couple of the other ones, and they're talking about, they'll vaguely talk about what goes on in Minnesota, but it's like, then they make it a national issue. They had this one guy, just absolute, he's talking about being in Tennessee. Then he's talking about his family was in Detroit. They sent him overseas. And it's like, they sent him to, Vietnam, and then came back and he got beat up or something. It's just like, okay, you're in Minnesota, though. How the fuck does that do anything? Yeah. In Oklahoma, Stitt basically banned local towns from reorganizing and defending themselves against coronavirus. Yeah, like I say, I mean, yeah, Georgia recently did the same thing. Yeah, American politics is pretty top down. All local political organizations here in Washington are other liberal, far left, or libertarian, conservative. Yeah. Funny how late Lao 86 bitches about China for being top down, but then praises the USA. Yeah, exactly. Well, I don't really care. I mean, I just, once again, I mean, I hate to go racial, but I'm going to go racial. Lao 86 and Serpent ZA both have kids with Chinese women. Once again, this goes into now these kids are hoppas, and they're going to have that sort of that sort of shit going on. It's like, man, I feel sorry for that. I feel sorry for that when they have to when these kids are mixed, they don't know what side they're gonna go on. You know, they don't know what they're, you know. I mean, you can say that, you know, you're woke all day and say, oh, well, I'm mixed and it's great. No, man. I mean, the thing is, you're always going to be stuck between two worlds. You're sitting on the fence, man. You're never going to be seen as one of them, you know, one way or another. But I've talked about that already, so I'll back myself up on that. But yeah, once again, Union Army ball. Yeah, I mean, I was born in Washington State and I lived there till I was 10. But yeah, I mean, it's wild up there, you know. I mean, same thing with Oregon, you know, particularly Portland. You know, I imagine Rose City, Antifa, and all that get involved with it. But it's just ridiculous when you see these types of folks who are just like, oh, well, the fascism, you know. It's just, it's so ridiculous, you know. That's all I can tell y'all. It's just absolutely fei hua to talk about that type of shit. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Oh, again. I don't really care about that. Okay. But, yeah, man. I mean, I think that's all I have to say. Yeah. Thoughts on Lao 86? Yeah. And his videos about China. Screw them. I think it's bullshit. Like I say, once again, I mean, you know, you can. What was that other? What's the white dude that was? I don't really care about Lao 86 or Serpent ZA. It's like they used to do some cool videos where they're, you know, on the motorcycles. But when I heard that, you know, even before I heard that he that they were both moving to the United States, I'm like, man, fuck these dudes. And of course, you notice that once they started going real anti-China, they had to do their live streams inside. You know, I think that someone put a bug in their ear and they're like, we're going to make some money now. So that's when I really kind of dropped those dudes, man. But they, you know, they just found a way to make money. So, I mean, that's my, you know, on Lao 86 and Serpent ZA. They're just used to make money. They're all full. They're both full of shit. And I feel sorry for those kids. And I know that's a fucked up thing to say, but I really do. I feel sorry for those kids, man. Because they're going to be heckled, you know. And I feel sorry for their mothers, too. I feel sorry for their mothers because they're going to, you know, they have kids with these two guys who are just opportunists. Once again, I mean, this is another type of, Nathan Rich. That's the one I was thinking of, Nathan Rich. Yeah. I don't really care for him, though, either. Because, like, yeah, okay, you say some positive things about China, but I think that he's got his own fucked up little story, you know, particularly when he, because I guess he was a Scientologist as well. So, I mean, I don't really trust, you know, these expat dudes. I don't like expats, you know, but yeah, Nathan Rich, it's whatever to me. Like I say, I mean, I'm very fickle. And I'm not necessarily the smartest dude in the world, admittedly, but it's like I have my views on things. I don't agree with people like Lao 86 or Serpent ZA for just shit talking China, but I don't really love people like Nathan Rich who, you know, just suck the dick and, you know, who are like, oh, well, China is actually this way, and let's talk about Tim Pool. And it's like, you know, you're no better than it's like you got your own problems, man. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I've heard him. I remember hearing him on one of his videos, and he's like, oh, well, I'm getting money. Yeah. Dajahal. Yeah. Dajahal. Yeah. Yeah. I'm Nathan Rich, a.k.a. Pohudawa. I'm sorry. I can't pronounce Mandarin that well. But yeah, I mean, I don't really get that type of thing, you know, where he's like, oh, well, I'm getting money from investments, this and that. But, you know, it's like, why are you trying to stunt on people? Why are you trying to act like, oh, well, I'm getting money still and all this? But it's like, you know, I don't want to do video. You know, maybe I'll have to do videos where I'm, you know, talking about Coca-Cola and whatnot. But of course, there are plenty of international folks who see him as a good guy. And it's just kind of sad, man. So, I mean, I don't know. Like I say, maybe I'm more of an enlightened centrist at this point, but it's like I can't really fuck with a lot of people. It's like I can agree with them on certain points, whether it's guys like, dare I say, like the Wignat, the Right Stuff folks, although I'm not subscribed to them, or I'm not behind the paywall. But I also don't agree with these bread tube type of dudes or anything else. Like, yeah, Nathan Reach, turns to ANCAP later. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I heard that he was like a scammer or something like that. I don't know. I've heard a lot of stuff, but it's like, you have to be careful about who you listen to and who you fuck with. Like I say, once again, you have to be careful of it. It's like you may fuck with people right now, but it's like, how are you going to feel later on? Even with people like me. You should be worried and be like, oh, okay, this motherfucker, do I really trust him? Became a libertarian after the government treated on him a little bit with his motorcycle. Yeah. Bread tube and so insufferable. Yep. Once again, I don't disagree with that. It's just crazy. It is crazy. Like I say, let me, give me one more, just give me a minute, folks. Have some dead air here just for a moment. Okay. There we go. I have not read Kropotkin. But I've heard that, I've read some clips of it, this and that. Yeah. Are you a liberal of a communism? Make up my mind. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I would say the same type of thing. I mean, the bread tube folks, so they've kind of had a bit of beef going on. Like I say, they're still mad as hell about Peter Coffin too, because apparently Peter Coffin was going to talk with the Greek dude. I can't think of his name now. I've read a few pages of it so far. It's mostly just a history summary of the communist movement and boring economics. Oh, okay. What's his name? I can't. I'm sorry. Once again. Stephanopoulos. Milo Yiannopoulos. There we go. That's his name. Yeah, he was going to debate Milo Yiannopoulos. And of course, said Angie Speaks is a class reductionist. Yeah, like I say, I mean, Angie Speaks, I mean, she gets on all the Satanism type stuff and everything. And yeah, he went against Chapo because they went too much for Bernie and all that. They became Bernie or busters. And of course, he was a good little opportunist and was like, well, okay, we're riding with Biden now. Okay. So, like I say, I mean, I don't know, man. Like I say, not taking the full black pill, but I would just say that things are going to get not so pleasant in this country, in the United States. It's not going to be so pleasant. Like you say, I mean, even in Oklahoma, it's going to get bad, man. I mean, who knows what sort of stance the five civilized tribes, as they're known, what stance they're going to take, what the Comanches are going to take, what the Chickasaw are going to take, the Creek, the oh man, my mind is gone. Okay, I'm going to let it go. Fuck it. I'll look it up again. Yeah, five civilized tribes of Oklahoma. What is it? Chickasaw. Okay, Cherokee, Choctaw, Chickasaw, Creek, and Seminole. There we go. I was like almost there. I was like I knew it was like Florida, so I was like, okay, yeah, Seminole. But yeah. Saying hello, good luck with your stream. Watch out for copyrighted music. We'll come by when I feel better. Have fun, y'all. Okay, Baba Yaga. All right. I appreciate that. I don't think I usually don't play copyrighted music on streams. I don't do that. I mean, that's the problem I may have with, but yeah, okay, all right. I'm trying to think of a historical time that is in any way similar to our current situation in this nation that didn't end in war, but I can't. Yeah, I'm trying. Similar in this nation that didn't end war. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I would say the same thing, Union Army Ball. Yeah, because we're in, we're in a tough time right now. A lot of stuff has happened. A lot of people have been hurt, and it's just like, where are we gonna go, man? It's a lot of shit going on. Whether it's taking down the statues, whether it's now, indigenous tribes have more. It's the more that people go up. Okay. Oh, okay. I'll see you later then, Baba Yaga. All right. Maybe the years of lead in Italy. Yeah. I think government will go mask off. Yeah. I mean, that's what, a lot of the bread tube folks, yeah. And turn into a Pinochet oligarchy condition. Yeah. It may be looking that way. Maybe it will turn into muff fascism and whatnot. But I think that, I don't know, man. I don't. If the rights so on continue. Thing is, I mean, I was listening to, what's his face? Non-compete American Johnson. He was saying basically that we had arrived at an equilibrium between, free speech and having things censored. And I think to a point he may be correct, even though I don't agree with it. Yeah, it won't be fascism. It won't be Trump's fault. Yeah, like I say, yeah. I mean, they use that word fascism so much. It's just going to be authoritarian capitalism and damage control. Yeah, I can agree with that. Like I say, I mean, honestly, there's just a lot of stuff that's just up in the air. Yeah, it's a wider systematic thing. Exactly, yeah. Honestly, an American Pinochet doesn't sound horrible right now. I don't know about that. But who really, where is it going to go, man? That's the whole thing. Where is it going to go? A lot of, like I say, once again, just kind of bring up this point again, is that, a lot of people have lost their jobs. You're looking at fascism means anything right of neoliberalism. That's how it kind of seems, yeah. It's existed since the 80s, and we've seen them use drones and destroy Middle Eastern countries. Exactly, yeah. We have. That is true. That is true. And it's just a matter of, it doesn't really necessarily matter who's the president. It doesn't really make a difference who is the president, because it's all going to be the same folks. And of course, mud deep state. Once again, there's so many phrases that's like I wish I could use because I'm so poisoned by the internet. But it's like I know that the internet has also destroyed these terms, like mud deep state and all this. It's just on the citizens if it gets bad enough. Yeah, that's true. That's true. The thing is that I remember hearing one of the first streams I heard about. One of the first things I heard about when I heard from Vosh is that he's like, oh well, there's some real complicated stuff, but we can end up we can take down drones and stuff like that. It's like, man, shoot, depending on how innovative or how crafty Americans can get, we can learn how to take down drones. Yeah, I can imagine that. America, we can definitely learn how to take down American-made drones and whatnot. So I could see that happening. Couldn't you? I could see it happening anyway. But, once again, that's kind of Fed posty. Don't worry. Once again, we love America. We love America. I love America. We don't have any trouble, man. No trouble at all. I don't know what sort of accent that was, but I just went for it. Oh, Lord have mercy. Like I say, I'll probably go for about an hour and then we'll try to end it. I probably won't record that video today. I'll see if I feel like it tomorrow. American military has trillions of dollars pumped into it. Yep. Once again, no doubt. Alongside that, guns are also in control by reactionaries and hustler gangs. Actual regular people don't have any power. And once again, the thing is that with guns, I will believe some of my opponents. I'm going to sound like I'm in a presidential debate here, but I will give some leeway to my opponents who will say that push us too far and we're going to do something. In actuality, the LARPers, the Lowberts, or the folks that will go in and the people were so angry or pissing their pants over the fact that oh my gosh, these fascists walked into the state house in Michigan. Ugh. But in reality, they're not going to do anything. They don't have the balls to really use those firearms or anything else, or have it in some organized way. You're not going to see them do a squad column, fire team wedge, or stuff like that. Yeah. No trade union, organized minority, or socialist power. Yeah. Only organized power out there, or hustlers. Yeah. Yep. That's true. Like I say, once again, you don't need to fear fascism. You need to fear the gangs are going to be taking power in these different areas, Yeah. Only conservatives have guns. Even leftist paramilitary groups don't have. Well, apart from, once again, I know what they'll say. Actually, we have the SRE, the Socialist Rifle Association. Most part, though, those are just white LARPers. They're white leftist LARPers who don't do anything. But yeah, just to say, I want to be fair. Like I say, gangs will do far more damage, in my opinion, and they'll do far more. They'll have far more clout and power than some sort of fascism. It's like we can't even get. It's just, I don't know, man. I see it as ridiculous when they're like, oh well, Trump is going to push for fascism. Yeah, well, what's Biden going to push for? You think Biden, once again, what's Biden going to do? Is he going to be a new Obama? Is he going to be this and that? I would love to see that. That's why, like I say, cringe, but I'm probably going to vote for Biden. I'll probably just vote for Biden just because I'm so sick of this bullshit now. And just waiting to see, I cannot wait to see the apologia for him. Where it's like, yeah, there are a few amount of MAGA pedes that are still out there defending Trump. But it's like, I cannot wait for the hashtag resistance folks or the Lincoln Project folks who are going to be out there defending, Biden. And they're just going to say, oh, yeah, Biden constructed the camps. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was done under Obama. Yep. And that's something they don't like to talk about. They're just like, well, okay, he's bad too, but he's less bad than Trump. It's all ridiculous. It is. Going to vote for Trump so things can get worse. Okay. All right. You do what you do, man. Like I say, I'm not going to, like I say, I'm not a thought leader. It's just three people here. We're just shooting the shit at this point. But you do what you do, man. But yeah, I may do that. And just say, go full on acceleration mode. Why not? Marionette gang, baby. Why not? I'm scared that Biden is going to be a puppet for the more far left Congress people. I don't really think. It's like, once again, they still simp over AOC, but it's like AOC supported a bill to cap military spending. And they did that because, at least according to what this article that I read, was so that they didn't have any more, so that it could lessen shutdowns. Because, of course, as we know, there have been, however many shutdowns in this country. So it's like, and once again, I think Ilhan Omar was against it. But then, AOC was the only one that actually supported it. So it's ridiculous, it is. But I don't think, people like Ilhan Omar and AOC, the squad. I think that once again, the squad is going to do what they have to do to get voted back in. And once again, we've seen that people like AOC, the riding with Biden, or the Bernie or bust folks, are still so mad at people like her for supporting all this stuff. So it's like, it's ridiculous. But yeah, imagine if the far left drain the swamp and nationalize a lot of American sectors that are subversive to American society. But that's not there at all. Yeah. Like I say, well, I'll show the context. There we go. But yeah, it's like, the thing is that they're not going to do that. I think that it would be a good thing if There was people on the far, there were people on the far left in the government, Kids have to get stronger for things to change. Conservatives are just appealing to comfort. Yep, that's true. Yep, that's true. Conservatives will just bend over and just take it because they don't want to be seen as racist. Bernie was far left as you got, and he's got, he's a mild sock dam. Yep, exactly. Basically an LBJ type, and that's it. Yeah. It's like they've tried to, make a very liberal version of him. They were talking about, what's his face? I can't, well, like I said, my memory's gone, folks. But it is ridiculous, though. It is absolutely ridiculous. I don't know why I'm just repeating myself. I know I am. I'm conscious of it. I'm concerned about the social issues. Since I'm a Christian, but none of the conservatives are going to do anything meaningful realistically. No. You are right. They will not. Bernie Sanders, is still going to say that, Maduro is a dictator, this and that. And he's still going to support all this type of thing. Once again, people will say, oh, well, America is right wing, this and that. I don't know. Yeah. I'm not going to show this just because it has the N-word. And just be fair, even though I've said the N-word like at least 10 times, so I'm not going to do that. But I've been atheist since the 80s. Yeah. Conservatives. Yeah. Like I say, these aren't really conservatives. These are just liberals. People like Reagan gave lip service to Christians, so boomers would vote for them to subvert the state and American society into big business politics. Yep. Yeah, Reagan was not good. And a lot of people have already seen through the whole Lincoln Project nonsense. They've seen through that bullshit. They've exposed it. I will say, as much as I don't care for Stephen Colbert, he did a great job to really BTFO that guy. Whatever his name is, the guy who leads the Lincoln Project was on there, and he was like, oh, yeah, just like you supported Bush, and, Bush did good racism, this and that. Yeah, that was good, yeah. Was Republican Obama, essentially. Yeah, you could say that. Or you could say that Obama was a Democratic Reagan. Yeah, you could say that, yeah. He's seen as this guy that's perfect for some reason. Yeah, Reagan, of course, he went in the Bronx and all this type of thing when shit was really bad. Even hardcore Catholics like TPF are entirely libertarian economically. Socialism is second only to Satanism in their mind. Yeah, that's the whole thing. Catholics, it's a very mixed bag with Catholics. And yeah, you will get people like, what is his name? I can't think of it now. Not TPF. I'm trying to think of his name. One that was kicked off YouTube too. I can't think of his name. The old boomer Catholic. Oh my goodness, I can't think of it. It's gonna bug the hell out of me too. Oh, J.E. something. I can't think of his name now. Vatican went down the wrong path. Why be Catholic and not just Christian? Oh, boy. So they got all the cringe Catholic stuff. Oh, boy, yeah. Because they kicked him off. I can't think of his name. Oh, E. Michael Jones. Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, I meant E. Michael Jones. I'm sorry. EMJ. I'm sorry. My mind is gone, folks. I'm sorry. Don't get old like me. I'm sorry. Jesus wept. Yeah, I meant E. Michael Jones. And of course, yeah, like I say, E. Michael Jones very much kind of pushes that sort of, well, we support the Palestinians, but we're not anti-Semitic, this and that, Like I say, I don't have anything necessarily against E. Michael Jones. I think that he's a very intelligent man. And he did try to counter, I'm sorry, folks. I think I need to end it. My mind is gone. I don't know what's happening to me. Probably staying up late, yeah. 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 We're not anti-Semitic. We're just anti-Jewish. Yeah. The thing is that, yeah, we will get in, the whole, we'll finish on this. I'll finish my point. Is the whole anti-Zionist versus anti-Semitic argument. Why not? I think I've talked about this before, but the whole thing is that, you get into the whole anti-Zionist versus anti-Semitic argument where it's just like, oh, we just don't like Zionism. We don't like what's going on, but we don't have anything against Jews. And it's like, then you ask, oh, what do you think about Hamas or Hezbollah or even PFLP and all this type of thing? Oh, we like BDS. And that's all they can say. So the anti-Zionists, they can talk all day about what's gone on there, but they don't want to get involved with what goes, what's actually going on out there, And like I say, I mean, I'm going to continue to be reading the book, The Avengers, which talks about the Zionist group Nakam, which was going to poison, German civilians in 5 cities. But then basically, allegedly, David Ben-Gurion gave up Abba Kovner, the leader of the group. He was arrested for like a year, and he tossed the stuff overboard. Can people just stop being anti-Semitic and just be anti-capitalist? Yeah, that'd be nice. It'd be nice. But yeah, that's too complicated. Yeah, exactly. It's too complicated to just do those types of things. Yeah, it's easier. There's plenty more information on being anti-Semitic, and being anti-capitalist is a little more. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to say. It's like, oh, okay, you say you're anti-capitalist. Okay, well, what do you mean? But are we going to get rid of this? Are we going to get rid of that? Oh, and that's what it comes down to. That's why you get these ANCAPs and all these other folks are like, oh, well, communism killed a bajillion people, this and that, and all. I don't necessarily subscribe to that nonsense, but I'm just saying it's a complicated world. A lot of anti-capitalist men you see in there is a lot of anti-capitalist media. Yeah, there is a lot of that type of thing. But the thing is that, cyberpunk is anti-capitalist. Oh, okay. Huh. Yeah. It's just kind of crazy. I'm sorry. I don't know why I went in this room, but I think that the cat's laying in the chair. I don't feel like disturbing the cat. The cat probably wouldn't care, but they never suggest an alternative to it. Yeah, that's kind of the truth, is that they're basically like, ultimately they're like, well, we can go for the command economy, or we can, probably try to do some vaguely libertarian thing where we have contracts and stuff like that. The ANCOM business is ridiculous. Yeah, communism killed 18 quadrillion people. Soviet Union alone. Yeah, exactly. It's just, it's complicated. That's all I could say. I could say that I'm vaguely anti-capitalist, but it's like, what are we going to replace it with? It's like you get rid of all the bad elements, but then you may sow the seeds for the future bad elements, because you brought these people in. So I don't know. It's getting too hot in here. I think I've said my piece. So is there anything else y'all want to say? Anything else you want me to comment on? I was going to finish up by talking about anti-Semitism, then I just got bored. So is there anything else y'all want me to talk about? I'll just wait for a minute there just to let y'all type some stuff out. Kind of takes a while for StreamYard to upload these things, or to get the chat back to me so that I can read it. Let's do Gaddafism. Yeah, exactly. Corporatism is my answer to what we would replace it with. Okay. All right. I need to read more about that type of thing. I don't know what corporatism is really. Yeah, I mean, corporatism, that comes from, Mussolini. It comes from fascism, and says, well, it doesn't mean what you think it means, and this and that. It's different than what, like I say, just like anything else, that the idea gets ruined, and then you have to call it something else, I just don't know if corporatism means nationalizing or just commanding corporations. It can mean a little bit of both. It can mean nationalizing. but it can be commanding corporations. That's the whole idea. I'm not even going to say that because I know it's kind of cringe. So I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to use those words. I was going to say third positionism. And I know third positionism, that's the whole, third positionism is just really it's really social democracy. And I've seen that argument too. So it's just like, okay, all right, let's take it easy. It should be called authoritarian syndicalism. Yeah. Once again, I need to read Sorrell. Once again, I do have Sorrell's most famous book up there, Reflections on Violence. I need to read that too one day. Maybe I'll do that next. Like I say, I think I've gone on for long enough, though. I appreciate the comments from Cornholio Fan and Union Army Ball, as well as Baba Yaga. I've seen him in other chats as well, so I appreciate that. And Benedict of Nurcia. So I appreciate all your comments. He has a ton of different ideologies. Yeah, Keith Woods. I've seen, like I said, I think I've seen that video. I just can't think of it. I know Keith Woods is a pretty good guy, though, I think, in a lot of ways, yeah. Tito was an authoritarian syndicalist. Yeah, was for that. Yeah, like I say, I mean, yeah, definitely Yugoslavia gang. Definitely, yeah. National syndicalism is the Spanish version. It is related to corporatism. Yeah, unfortunately, once again, a lot of people will say that what De Rivera was talking about was ruined by Franco, and that's a different type of thing, and ultimately just led to, for the most part, there wasn't much that happened, after 1945 and up to Franco's death in 1975. But he kept Spain alive. He kept Spain together, So anyway, I think I'll end it there. See you later. Bye-bye. Okay.